lovely sleep last night. Beautiful spot there in the forest with the running stream next to us, eh? On our way to Omeo in the high country today, we're going to go down through Brighton. We'll have a look at that. Very beautiful in the fall, so we'll show you that on the camera, eh? There's beautiful country through here. Beautiful country. Absolutely magnificent. Old Jack Galpin, eh? He'd love a drive through here. Have a look at it, Jack. All the mountains and the colours and the trees. Absolutely magnificent. Beautiful drive down here through here this morning. We just passed through Myrtlefoot and just heading on down to Bright now. Old Dawn and Maury like Bright. They reckon that's a pretty good place, so we'll go down and have a look. It's not looking too bad at the moment anyway. Just coming down into Bright now, Maury. Have a look at this. This is absolutely magnificent along here. You're right, Dawn. It's very colourful in autumn, isn't it, eh? And in fact, I might do a U-turn a minute, go down and take a photograph of that. I reckon that's bloody beautiful. Getting up near the top of Mount Hotham. It's an absolutely beautiful view up here. It's also fairly windy and it's fairly cold too. It's quite a risky little road up here. Very windy and not all that wide. And you've got to keep right of the poles. Slowly, keep right of the poles. And the ski lifts come down to Mount Hotham Chalet. Fairly small place. No snow here at the moment. It's not all that cold really. Bit of a wind chill. We're on the road from Banandra to Sugarbugan. A little track up in the hills up here. And we're going to turn off up here somewhere and go on a four-wheel drive track to Tom Groggin. Probably spend the night in before Tom Groggin on Davies High Plain, it's called. Yes, had a bit of trouble. We're going over the hills up near Mount Hotham, 1,750 metres in altitude. The car started to splutter and carry on and blow white smoke. I thought, shit. I thought, oh well, I can't get anything done here. I'll drive through to Omeo. And we'll come down to Omeo and everything's going fine. So, called into the garage at Omeo, and he said, yeah, some diesels don't like going at high altitude, so we'll see how we go. Had a look at the filters, and they're all right, and I put some chippers in the tank to make the diesel smell a bit better, so we'll see how we go. But you reckon it's a common problem? Some diesels are afraid of heights. The fires that came through here were absolutely horrendous. This burnt bush, you can see patches of it going all the way back to Beechworth, and it goes all the way through to Canberra. An incredible stretch of bush that was burned. It's marvellous. In the middle of all the bushes that, you might see one tree that's almost completely unscathed. Just how the swirl of the air went around them. As you can see by that down there, it's absolute devastation. Some trees are coming back. There's a lot coming back here, but there's sections where there's virtually no regrowth occurring at the moment. It's going to have to come from seed. The trees were killed. There's a good amount of regrowth here. Just some patches were hotter than others, I think. Well, that's the end of that. There's the track we were going to go on. We're going to have to backtrack now. Get a bit late in the day, I have to find a campsite tonight too. But, this is where we're going to go, down there. But she's closed. Well, all things considered, it's not a bad campsite here tonight. Little stream here, running down here. Little campsite called Native Dog Flat. And I'm camped here, right, there's a stream there running down through there. I'm camped here tonight. Have a look at that, hey? And I know I've disappointed you the last couple of nights. I haven't, I've been going shop bought tucker, haven't I? Pies and pasties. And, oh, look here. What do we got? We got a little ripper here tonight. And considering the temperature, it's rather cold. I'm looking forward to my hot meal. Pencil and paper's ready. Vegetable and steak. Corn kernels. A bit of sun, moon and stars. And I'm going to have a bit of a bread roll with that. Beechworth wholemeal roll. And we've got an absolutely beautiful spot here tonight. Didn't intend to come round here. See, I got the wire up tonight, Hayden. You know what that means, don't you? QSL night tonight. Hope you're listening. Got the wire running up there. Yes, there's beautiful spot. Have a look at this. Oh, have a look at this. See that? That's horseshit. Well, at least it tastes like horseshit. And have a look at that creek. See, right next to the car. Right near the car, old this and dowdy. Yes, temporary road closure. Well, I reckon it'll be closed for 6 months. No other campers here tonight, which suits me a little bit. I don't know how many TV stations. I got 4 TV stations last night, didn't I? I was watching. Was I watching The Simpsons and build your own backyard sort of thing, the renovators one. But no, we're gonna sleep well tonight. I still reckon the coldest night was the first night out, but I reckon this one is going to give it a little bit of a nudge. Geez, a bit of a chill in there already. I've already got me Bambuka Hawes Gap warmer on. I sleep in this, you know that? I actually sleep with this on. Gives me a bit more warmth. So turn that down a bit, I think. We didn't set up our double boiler tonight because I forgot. I'd already put the chippers in the big one, so I thought I will sod it. We'll cook them in that one. So don't like dirtying up 2 dishes where you can only dirty up one. That's an intrepid explorer, isn't that one? Don't dirty more dishes than you have to. We'll see you in a minute. Probably you're talking on the radio to Haydn, or to Ed anyway, with Haydn listening for a QSL night. This is beautiful stuff. I tell you what, these are not bad campsites, are they? Like I said before, Victoria's wasted on the Victorians, I think. I don't think they know what they got half the time. Yep. Sun's just setting. Well, with the mountains, it's just setting now. It's only about 4 o'clock. Absolutely magical. Really is. Yes. This is VK5 KTP Portable 3. VK5 KTP Portable 3, Radio Australia calling VK5 EDM in Port Pirie. How do you hear me tonight, Ed?
VK5 Echo Delta Mexico receiving VK5 Kilo Tango Papa Portable 3. I've got a lot of QRM to send, mate. I've got a lot of QRM to send, which will soon cease. But apart from that, are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine, Ed. I'm fine today. How's things your end, mate?
Yeah, good as gold. You got some rain coming your way?
Oh, well, that's good. I'm getting low on water. I'll need the rain. By the way, I hope the old L50614's there tonight, because this is his QSL night. Copy?
Copy, yes. We all realise it's QSL night tonight. Already got that in, mate. And your QDH for the QSL?
Hey, hang on, Ed. I'm going to give you a 5 by 9.
5 by 9. Well, there you go. You must have the wire out.
I thought you'd like that, Ed. I thought you'd like that. Now, we always put the wire out for QSL night, don't we, Ed? QDH is Omeo. Omeo, Ed. It's like your washing powder with a French accent. Omeo. No, Omeo, Ed, not Romeo, you whacker.
Oh, you should have got me lost there, mate. Have you turned into a Romeo?
No, there's no Juliets here, mate. There's a couple of dead foxes on the fence, but that's about it. Yeah, you know, I can't say exactly where I am, but Omeo's near enough, Ed. Copy?
Right, mate. Good with whites and colours.
Yeah, good with whites and colours. Anything you want to say for posterity, Ed? This night's being recorded.
Oh, very good, mate. Yeah, you're 5 by 9 without all the bangles. I was still looking a little bit tight in the jocks there, mate. A little bit tight in the jocks. But, yes, all's well for the QSL.
Yes, this, Haydn, I hope you're listening, mate. I hope you're listening, Haydn, because I've taken a magnificent photo for this QSL card, but if you're not listening, you're not going to bloody get it, all right?
Yeah, mate, okay. Presently, we've got VK5 Bravo Delta Hotel trim on the side, and VK5 November Juliet, joining Mount Gambier, and not forgetting the old SWL 50614 Haydn in Adelaide. Very good, mate. Very good to see us at QSL night. And how many Ks did you do today, mate? Oh,
about 100 Ks, Ed. If you have a look on the map, it's not very far on the map, mate. Not very far on the map. And do you know if Tim or NJ's really there, or are you just fudging the figures?
Come again, mate?
Do you know if VK5 BDH and VK5 NJ's there, or are you just fudging the figures, mate?
I'm just fudging in the figures, mate, so you never know pressure of those bobs up a couple of times, mate. They'll be Stanley sandbagging on the side.
Because if we have to acknowledge every sandbagger, mate, we'll be here all night.
Sure, got your message. I've been hearing you loud and clear where Eddie's been struggling, over.
Oh, that's good, that's good. That jam tin, we'll have to put a new jam tin up there. Oh, sorry, Milo tin up there later on, over.
Yeah, Roger. A couple of times Eddie was making fun of me, and I just wish that I could say to him, no, sorry.
What was I going to say? Did you get your postcard, over?
Negative, no, not yet.
You'll probably get that tomorrow.
What was that, over?
You'll probably get that tomorrow.
Oh, right. Okay, no worries. Obviously I can go to other frequencies apart from what you two guys can, but I had a big job, not tonight, the other night when you decided to go up. I was there waiting, I thought, what the dickens is going on? And I shot back down and there you were. Obviously Eddie couldn't get you, over.
Yeah, well, I had to retune the antenna on the whip. It's all right when you're on the tuned wire, you just retune it like with your tuner. But when you're on the whip, you have to change the tappings. Anyway, you probably know I'm not at Omeo. I'm halfway between Omeo and Sugar Boogin, camped on the side of the road. So that's where your QSL card's going to come from. Tomorrow night I should be at Tom Groggin, but I don't think I can put the wire up there, so I thought I might get the QSL guide out tonight, over.
Yeah, Roger, mate, no worries. Look, I've been here. The other night when you went to the whip, there was no difference. No difference on the whip to the wire, I think, because you're up so high. 1,885 metres, if I'm correct, over.
Yeah, that's correct. And I'll have to get the QSL card, mention the two frequencies too, won't I?
Come back again on that one, over.
I'll have to put the two frequencies on the QSL card.
Oh, yeah, Roger, mate, no worries. Yeah, I've been following you around pretty well. I mean, Eddie thinks that I can't get you, but, mate, that Milo tin, you guys rubbish in the power should get something better, but why throw away something that's working so well, over?
Well, we'll have to add to it. All right, catch you later, Haydn. I hope you enjoy it. We'll catch you tomorrow night. We'll talk about you again tomorrow night, and we'll talk about Carolyn's picture again tomorrow night. Okay?
I tell you what, mate. I tell you what, your second lift, just before you go, I bet you the old underpants got a bit of a stain when the car started playing up, over.
My stomach, my eyes just went down to look at the gauges and my stomach churned, mate. My stomach churned.
Oh, mate, I'll let you go because you're starting to drop out and cut out. Hang on.
Sorry, you've got room for my calendar shop.
She's going to go. She got room for her calendar shot. Oh, look, mate, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for the call. We'll catch you. I'll hear you on the airways again, and I've got notes and I've got tape, so we'll catch you again, over.
Okay, can you do 99 to hang up for us? Thanks, mate. I forgot to tell you last time.
So what am I going to do? Just press 99.
That's it. Catch you, mate.
Bye.
He's done it well. All right, Haydn. You got your QSL card, mate. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just out here having some of my liquid breakfast. Oh, it's beautiful in the morning. Yeah, it drizzled all last night, or on and off, bits and pieces. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Hey. We're just idling the car at the moment. Dave, you'll be happy to know I always idle the car up in the mornings for a little while before we move off. Yes, and we're going to have got some of me Goulburn Gold. I might even be able to. I'm travelling through the Goulburn Valley. You never know, I might be able to pick up some more fruit. Go good one, eh? So I got me little choo-choo train spoon. See that? little choo-choo tray spoon, and we might be able to have a bit of that. What we got this morning? Oh, we got the 3 fruits, chunky fruit salad. That'll be good in a minute. And we're going to get going in a minute. It's quite early, quite early. It's about 6:15. And everything's still running quite okay, and we'll continue on with our journey. Might get to the start of it in a minute. And Groggin to Goolwa. Well, the sun's well up, and we've got a nice drive through here. Strange, there's patches like this where it's totally untouched. And patches where it's about totally burnt out. Fair bit of wildlife still floating around. Even seen a couple of lyrebirds. We've just done the turn. We're now heading for Sugarbugan on the Jindabyne Road, and I thought I'd better film this because can't stop along here. I've got a sheer drop off onto my right. That's quite worrying. Not bad, is it? Have a look at that out there. That's bloody beautiful, Jack. Spectacular tonight. Oh, look at that drop off on the right. Oh, God. The old Dowdy's not going to get out of this one if she goes off the road, eh? Stuff this for a game of soldiers. If I meet another car, he's going on the outside. I don't know what in the world possesses mankind to build roads like this. You go off the road, you'll go down there forever. For God's sake. The road's just glued on the side of the mountain here. Look down there. God, Fairy McCready. Pretty as a picture, isn't it? Headwaters of the Dedeek Creek. Right on the Victoria-New South Wales border. It's beautiful, isn't it, Jack? Here's another view of the Dedeek Creek. It's absolutely magnificent wild river. I hope you can hear the sound of it. We're at a little place called Jack's Lookout. This one's for you, Jack. And we come down into Jindabyne. Elevation 900 metres. There's Lake Jindabyne ahead of us there. Quite large, quite spectacular. Have a look at that. There's some of the pubs and resorts. It's a resort town, really. I have to admit, it is stunning country, isn't it? Beautiful. Shh, don't tell anyone. We've only got a permit here. We've got a transit pass. We're not supposed to call in at Thredbo. Shh, don't tell anyone. This is Thredbo. Quite pretty in the snow, wouldn't it? There's a building, a bit of a footpath there. Fairly high up there, the old Dowdy's starting to miss a little bit again. Getting a little altitude sickness. About all of Thredbo. You got the accommodations up there for the tourists. A few tourist coaches there now. People all rugged up. There's the shopping precinct over there. We still got more. We got more accommodation, more ski lodge accommodation up there. Got the Threadbow Creek down there, just about right to the right. It's a little creek there. All very good, eh? Once again, we see the poles, red poles sticking up on the side of the road to indicate where the edge of the road is when everything's all white with snow. It's been a little bit burnt here as well. I went up one of the side streets at Threadbow where people own little shacks and that, and it's a real little den, real little side street. And she's the house is built virtually on top on the cliff face, and they're all built on top of one another, and driveways you have to back up to the house and all this sort of thing, and it's very, very confined for the old Audi anyway. They're predicting rain for Sunday and inclement weather for most of next week, so we might get some rain, eh? We've got our little side canopy on today. We put that on it at Haydn's place in Adelaide. I bought it on the way out from Adelaide. On the way through Adelaide, I bought a bit of a shelter canvas that's bolts on the side of the car. We might have to use that when the rain starts, but yes. It's fairly cold out there. I've got the window open. It's fairly cold. It's very breezy. I don't know. I still got my sunglasses on, but it's getting a little bit dark too. The clouds up there. On the way out, I think I was at out from Tailem Bend. I was getting fuel at the service station, and little girl come up the back of my car, and I thought, oi, oi, what's going on here? And she said, oh, just having a look inside, and she said, oh, I'm thinking about buying a four-wheel drive so we can, you know, go a bit further. I said, well, the only trouble with that, you can only, I sleep in the back, we can only do that with one. If you have a four-wheel drive, you're going to have to sleep on top of the car. And what seemed a little bit taken aback with me is she was driving a Ford camper van, which I thought was the duck's guts, but she said, oh, it's not good enough, you can't go off bitumen and this sort of thing. And I went, I almost said there and there, I'll swap you. She had a lift up roof and a little stove inside and a fridge and a big toolbox on the back, and all the stuff us intrepid explorers dream of. But never mind. We'll stick with the old Dowdy for a little while yet, eh? I tell you what, the Ford would have been struggling, even on this easy trip. The Ford would have been struggling in some of the places the old Dowdies went. Anyway, road and stow conditions, two-wheel drive from now on. Oh, well, so it says it's two-wheel drive access. Well, there you go. I think as we've been talking, the weather's closed in even more. We might have to have the tarp tonight to cook our chili beans, eh? This is really where the video really begins. Groggin to Goolwa, we're on our way at the moment to a little place called Tom Groggin, which is the closest I can manage to get a vehicle to the source of the River Murray. And if you have a look on the map on the back of the video, you'll see that it's just down from Thredbo. We're still gaining altitude, which is not too good for the old Dowdy. The source of the River Murray. I tried, there was a little four-wheel drive track I tried yesterday that would have got me closer to the source of the River Murray, but we couldn't do that. We couldn't, about 50 kilometres. I was about 50 kilometres from Tom Groggin yesterday about dinner time. And right now I'm about 40 kilometres from Tom Groggin next day dinner time. So I've lost about a day because I couldn't go on the little four-wheel drive track, take the little shortcut. If you have a look on the back of the video, you'll see that I've taken a fairly momentous detour to get back to where we started, back to Tom Groggin anyway. Anyway, enough from me prattling on. We'll fire up the video a bit further down the road. We're just outside of a place called Tom Groggin, and this is the start of the mighty Murray. There's the old Dowdy up there, and this is the intrepid explorer at the start of the Murray. Listen, we got a, here we go, we got a, I'm not going to do that. We got a $10 note this time, a real, genuine $10 note. I've got one of the old pistons from the Nissan Dowdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up the $10 note, put it in there, like that, and we're going to, there goes the piston. There we go. $10 on its way down the Murray with a piston out of the old Nissan Dowdy. There's the Murray River Valley down there. We leave it for a Groggin station. We leave the banks of the Murray now for a while and head for Carn. Just outside of Carn is where the Snowy River, or the water from the Snowy River, joins the Murray. And here it is here. It's called the Murray No. 1 Power Station, and it's a hydro where the Snowy water comes down there through the hydro and down into the Murray, and the power wires are up ahead. Just north of Carn, with the addition of the waters from the Snowy through Murray Power Station 1 and Murray Power Station 2, the Murray River is beginning to look like its namesake, a river, rather than just a mountain stream. Running fairly well here, fairly well. Just out of Toowong, the Murray River Valley has started to present itself. There's the ranges we drove all through up there. The Murray River comes down along here. There's not much really to define the river as such. But there she is there. Yeah. And she continues on. Yeah, found a spot to camp for the night. Got a pamphlet here. Clark's Lagoon. And I'm going to camp just down there, I think, but I'll just drive you up here on the last little bit of Victoria before we hit New South Wales down there and over there. But there's the Murray. Not a bad spot here. On our way to Goolwa, however you pronounce these damn names in this country. Look at that, eh? Murray's hitting a little sandbar down there. We'll probably walk out on that in a minute. We've got our site tonight worked out. Oh, Haydn wanted me to show him when I set up the. Looks a bit inclement, so, and it was wet anyway, so I thought I'd better set up the seat under there, and I got my rain cover over the back. If I was more energetic, I'd get the table down. I've got a table on top too. I can bring the table down here and cook in here on this. But that's not too bad. What do we got tonight, eh? Under our little... Oh, we've got our thing turn up too much. Turn up too much. Got our double boiler going tonight. Got some potatoes down the bottom. And in the top we got some baked beans and some mushrooms sliced in butter sauce. That's what's in the top one. And in their roll, we've got our, were they Beechworth? No! Yadamakna. Yadamakna rolls. Yadamakna? I don't know. I've lost some of these places. I've lost them. And I've got some vegetarian Scottish sardines in tomato sauce. And that's what's in the roll there. So we're going to have that. Yeah, I think they're going to cook a bit better now. Yes, nice and warm under there. Nice and warm. And, yes, here we are. This is what the world looks like from the seat here. I can sit down there and look at the river. And look up there and look at the mountains. I've got the bush over there. And it's nice and quiet. So, we're going to have a good night here tonight, aren't we? Before sunrise. Before the Carella started, it was quite a beautiful, quiet spot here. Good morning. We've had a couple of minor rivers join the Murray now, and it's turned into quite a pleasant little river. Absolutely magnificent morning here this morning. The fog's just starting to lift, and finally getting the sun through. As Jack Galpin would say, absolutely magnificent. One thing I did notice as soon as I came out the park at Carn away from the ranges, it's very dry, very dry. There's not much stock feed. A lot of the cockies are still putting grain on the ground to feed their sheep. You can see the lines in the paddock, and I've just noticed then, and a couple of spots back further, there's a lot of farmers using the long paddock to try and fatten up their stock, because there's not a lot available out in the paddocks. The paddocks are around here are just about all eaten bare. Is very dry, very, very dry. I know we had rain yesterday, but obviously we didn't have much around here. It's very dry. There's the floodplain of the Murray down there. And we're just outside of Albury-Wodonga. Heading up to the Hume Reservoir. And we're just about to get past by motorcycle. There he goes. That's the way to travel, isn't it, eh? Have to get myself a Harley, won't I? I'll be able to do it on my nifty 50, I reckon. What's that? I'll put some panniers on the nifty 50. Back a bit further, there's a ferry that was going to take me across to the New South Wales side, up into Albury. But the ferry's not running because there's no water. Very little water. And not enough to float the ferry. We're down here at the Hume Dam, just above Albury-Wodonga. And you can see all the dead trees in there. The water level's supposed to be up to that line up there. But it looks like there's a fair amount of water here, but see, up to that line. It's supposed to be up to that line up there. That's why all the trees are dead. They've been drowned in the water, and the dam, of course, goes up around that bend, and there's a lot more water, or a lot more area here than you can see. We're just outside of Albury, or Wodonga on this side. Albury's on the New South Wales side. Just outside of Albury-Wodonga, there's the big bridge. Down a bit in level, eh? Must be fish in the dam, eh? Yeah, quite picturesque. Hume Dam. Just outside of Albury is a very famous Itamogga pub, and we got the old full drive sitting on the top with the sheep pen on the back, and we got the old Flying Doctor's plane laying in the front yard. So there we are. The Intrepid Explorer, the Itamogga pub. Stopping here long. As you gather, I wasn't intending to spend very long in How Long, but with a name like that, I drove down the main street and I found a little bakery called the How Long Country Bakery. Now, in there, they have a thing called a tandoori chicken wrap. This is the food recommendation of the trip. If you're going on this trip, you've got to call in a How Long Country Bakery. Just outside of Albury, We're back in New South Wales again, unless you're keeping count. Very healthy. Tandoori chicken wrap. Tastes very good. It's got chicken, cheese, carrot, lettuce, all rabbit food, but it's all good stuff. And it's fairly big too. It's a, you know, the Intrepid Explorer has big hands, but it's a meal. And that's where you get it from. Up there. It's the How Long Country Bakery. It's fairly busy. It's a fairly busy road too. It's a fairly busy little shop, so just take your time and wait in line. Well, it is dinner time, I suppose, and we're just outside of Albury-Wodonga. So, get yourself a tandoori chicken wrap. I'll tell you what. I saw a Subway store in Albury, along with a McDonald's, Kentucky Fried and Red Rooster and all that. And I thought, oh no. I thought I'd find something eventually, and I did. Tell you what, they're not mean with their chicken either. It's quite good. So if you're up this way, just a little place. It's got a shop. There's a few people driving around, walking around. Bigger than what I thought it would be. I said, little girl there, put on the counter. Got any apple tarts? I got an apple tart. And I didn't think these tandoori chicken wraps were going to be enough for me. So I also got a pie. It's a cheese and bacon pie, which is going to be very good. It's a bit hot. It's like everything these days. They always overheat these things, don't they? You know, you get a pie and you just about burn yourself carrying out the bloody shop. And there's no need to heat. I'm telling all you shop owners out there, there's no need to heat everything up to a frizzle, okay? Just warm them up. Don't boil the meat inside like the old Intrepid Explorer's motor that time. Just heat them up. You don't need to go overboard with the heat. Yeah, we know you can heat them up. We know you can heat them up. We tried to heat them. But just take a bit of, keep it down a bit, eh? We know you can really heat them up, but you don't need. Just keep them down a bit. But I got some. We still, you saw that sign by the big koala. Well, I've been looking around, and it's true. You cannot damn well get Farmers Union iced coffee in any of this good country out here. Anyway, we're gonna head. Where are we heading for? We're heading for trouble. That's where we're heading. We're in How Long? We're in New South Wales. We go to Cowra. Then we go to Mulwala. Then we go to Cabram. Okay? Remember all those names, can you? Because I the hell can't. I'm going from one to the next one, from that one to the next one, from that one to the next. I can't for the life of me work out all these names. I've got a fly in here. I thought it wouldn't be long until I saw a fly, but I didn't know how long. Just before the Ovens River joins the Murray, outside of Mulwala, the township of Mulwala, the Murray is beginning to look a little bit like how we remember it in South Australia, with the gums on either side and the slow-moving, deepish river. It's been quite shallow up until now. You can usually see the bottom up until now, but you definitely can't see the bottom now. And we got the willows, we got the gums on the side, and there's some of the pump houses. They're watering lucerne and crops either side of the Murray now. They're pumping water out. Lake Mulwala. Very beautiful spot. Just outside the township of Mulwala. The township of Mulwala is just back here. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And we cross over once again to Victoria. There's Lake Mulwala over there. Quite an expansive lake, a bit of water, eh? It's all fresh too, all fresh water. There's the weir over there. The bridge is rather narrow. Yeah, there's the weir over there, holding Lake Mulwala back from the rest of the Murray. We'll see what's left of the Murray after the lake in a minute. Yarrawonga, that was the name I was trying to remember. How can you forget a name like that? Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yarrawonga, Yarrawonga. Old Jack Galpin likes me driving the camera on through town, so we'll do one for you, Jack. This is Yarrawonga, mate. Oh, we got a cheap car pulling out in front of us. There you go. It says Benalla straight ahead. Well, we don't want to go to Benalla. Where do we want to go, Jack? Where do you want to go from here, Jack? I can't hear you, mate. We'll go to Cowra. How's that? That'll be alright for you, Jack? Okay. Jack says we've got to go to Cowra, people, so we'll go to Cowra from here. We're looking for the Cowra turn-off at Yarrawonga. Quite a busy place, Jack, isn't it? Oh. We've got an expensive car pulling out in front of us now. Can't have that. We'll go to Cowra. Where do we go up here? McNally Street? Oh. We'll have to find our way to Cowra there, Jack. Perhaps you can't get to Cowra from here. Here we go. Echuca. We'll head for Echuca, Jack, alright? Cowra's on the way, so we'll be alright there. There you are, Jack. You've got a whole town to yourself there. Yarrawonga's your town, mate. We'll put our indicator on, and you wanted to go to Cowra, didn't you, mate? Well, we'll go round here. know I got picked up for not putting the indicator on, don't you? $105 fine, thank you very much. We'll go to Eucla. Eucla via Cowra. Yeah, like I was saying, there you are, Jack. You got the whole town of, I've even forgotten the name already. Yarrawonga, Jack. Yarrawonga, mate. Alright, let's go on to Echuca. Well, I don't think we'll make Echuca tonight. We'll camp somewhere along the banks before then, eh? Just north of Barmar is the Moira Lakes. Well, the Moira Lakes are down a little bit, and there's some people out there trying their luck. I wonder why there were so many people there, but it is Saturday night, I suppose. We camped just to the right of us in the forest, Barmar Forest, and this is what's left of the mighty River Murray. We're in Victoria, so it's flowing down to our left. And if we have a look down here, you see there's a bit of current in the flow. You see it flowing around the log there. This man up here has just had his he's come up in the boat, and he's just getting his boat out of the water now. Yes. State Forest near Barmar. Good morning, good morning. We came into Echuca this morning, quite early on a Sunday morning, and there's not many people about. God, but look at that church, eh? Not bad, is it? Not a lot of activity this Sunday morning, Mother's Day. Perhaps all the mothers are getting breakfast in bed this morning. That's a bit early for them. Listening to Macca on the radio this morning.
Vin, tell me about some of your postings.
There's a nice pub up there.
We were sent to. There's about 47 of us were flown.
There's the Echuca post office with gorge too. How many pay phones they got?
Yeah, for 3 weeks having
They've got a few there.
We thought we'd never get posted. Then posted to what was then called the Milne Bay District, headquarters of Samurai. The Pearl was a beautiful place. And I was sent there with 3 of my other mates, 2 of whom have now passed on, and we were there waiting for another posting from there. None of us as cadets to stay in Samurai.
Oh, they like their pubs. It's just about like Goolwa, a pub on every corner, eh?
Officer ever posted to the Trobrians, the old.
The port of Echuca. It's the pride of the Murray paddle steamer. That's the Marianne. And that's the good old Emmy Lou.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard paddle steamer Emmylou. My name is Dave. I'm your captain for this trip. Introducing the rest of the crew, we have Warwick looking after the steam engine down below. Down the back we have Richard, and our chef today is Paula. We'll all head upstream for a little while today. We'll describe some of the things that are on the side of us here. The first one there is the 2-deck one, is the Henry Charles. In front of the Henry Charles we have the Barracuda. Both these vessels were launched in 1999. Now just coming into view, the only stern wheeler on this end of the Murray River, and that is the Adventurous. The Adventurous could actually float in as little as 9 inches of water. In front of the Adventurous we have the James Maiden. Launched in 1987, has done numerous trips from here in Echuca up to the mouth of the Murray at Goolwa, South Australia. Resting underneath the willows there, we have the Little Ranger. The Ranger was constructed in 1909. 10 years ago, come down from Mildura and was restored by a local family. Used for picnics and outings and such like. In front of the Ranger we have the odd looking craft, which is the logging barge. This was the way that the logs were brought down from the Moira and Barmer forest. Towed up there, loaded, then with 2 barge masters in charge, floated back to about the Goulburn Junction, where vessels would take them in tow again and bring them back to one of the 19 sawmills for processing. In front of the wharf there we have the Pevensey. The Pevensey started its life as barge mascot in 1911, 1912. Side wheels, steam engine, upper structure were added, and it was renamed the Pevensey. Most people will be more familiar with it as the Philadelphia in the TV miniseries All the Rivers Run. Next vessel there with the round paddle boxes just about to leave is the Adelaide. The Adelaide is described as the oldest wooden-hulled working paddle steamer in the world today. Built here in Echuca in 1866. In front of the Adelaide with half its roof missing is the Alexander Arbuthnot. Built down in Kundruk in 1923, the Alexander Arbuthnot is described as the last commercial vessel built for the river trade. Sitting up in the wet dock where all those people are just about to board is the Hero. The Hero was built in 1874. Burnt and sank at a place called Boundary Bend in 1955. Then, 5 years ago, it was rescued and the restoration process began.
Good morning. Just tripped over. We're on the Emmylou this morning for a little jaunt on the Murray, okay? I thought you'd like this, so see how it goes. Beautiful morning this morning here, quite cool. Looks a little bit like rain. But never mind, we can't have everything, can we? What do you think of that engine, eh? Built 1906. And it's nice and warm in here at the moment. We've got the man down there reading the newspaper, everything's going okay at the moment. We'll take you through out the back, eh? There's the galley and the bar. There's some people out on the sun deck. things that go round and round and splash in the water, okay? There we are, we've had a quick tour around the boat. Here's the bridge we drove over this morning into Echuca from New South Wales. We go back here. We can go up on deck, eh?
Now, just up ahead of us we have two bridges. The first bridge is the old Iron Bridge. Built here in 1876. It is the original road, rail, foot and stock bridge. First iron-type bridge to be placed across the Murray River. Behind that we had the new rail bridge, which was completed in 1989. And as you go through, you may notice the last water stain left behind in the flood of 1993.
Along the top one, the bathroom, toilet. See, they got rooms. They got 6 rooms here. They do overnight cruises as well. And this is the back of the top deck, looking back towards Echuca, or the wharf at Echuca anyway. Very smooth. Be very nice for an overnight trip on this, I think.
Now, just up ahead of us we have some structures starting out from the left-hand bank there. The big black pylons, that is the pumper shore station. Any vessel, any commercial vessel operating on the Murray River must have holding tanks for its sewerage. This is the place where we go to Wentworth, commonly known as Perfume Point.
Good evening. Well, how'd you like the paddle steamer trip? Good, wasn't it? Hey. We're at Walcool Junction on the banks of the Murray in Victoria. This is one of the historic Major Mitchell sites here. And we're in the forest here, and the lagoon's just down there. And you see the Murray's flowing past us down that way, so it means we're in Victoria here. And we just got another camper going past up there. Camped in amongst the red gums here tonight again. Got the wire up tonight. And looks like a few dark clouds over there. I don't know, we haven't had any rain today, but could very well get some rain this evening, eh? But we got Subway in the back, so we won't be cooking a hot tea tonight. I've had a wash and I feel much better. Had a shave for the camera, you know? A shave for the camera. Yeah, I've had a wash, and forecast is for much rain. So we'll see how we go. I'm fair way north now, so be glad to get out of the built-up areas. Yes. The police have got a bit of a blitz on. There's police cars everywhere, and every one of them seems to be pulling me up. Ah, well, never mind. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay.
So there you go. I hope she gets the water to go with it. 5 Kilo Tango portable 3. The Intrepid Explorer with, I think, Vico Bravo Delta Hotel, and John might be around, and SWL 50614 Haydn in the good old Adelaide down there near the water. So you're not very far from the boundary, are you?
No, I'm right on it, but I hope to be in God's own country tomorrow, Ed, if I can get there. Good morning. Behind me is the Murray River at Robinvale. The Murrumbidgee has joined up the river, and the Lachlan has run in. So we've got a bit more water to play around with. Quite a substantial bridge here at Robinvale. It's one way. There's little traffic lights at each end. What is interesting is that the section of the bridge here is still got wooden supports, and the base is still wooden. Walk up here. This is the main highway to Mildura, goes over here. Look, the supports are still wood. It's all wooden. Shows the water level too when it floods out. We actually fill this region here. This is the floodplain. Some of these logs down here are pretty good too, eh? Have a look at this. Now that's a log, Maury. Had a few white ants in it. But I'd like to have to chop that up for your fire, Maury. That'd keep your pot belly going for a couple of nights, wouldn't it, mate? There's a few down here. A few logs. Beautiful spot this. Just down from Mildura. Murray Colquhoun National Park. Now what we got here is this is one of the campsites I was at last time I went through, and I thought it was an opportune moment to, as you know, I had some trouble with the old Dowdy. Had to see his motor and had it fixed up. One of the old pistons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find, here we go, take $50 of my hard-earned money. I know you like to see them. I'm going to put it in the piston here, and we're going to bury that down here next to the tree. I'll tell you what, I've got a better idea. I'll still bury the piston. I'll tell you what, I'll take that $50 and what I'll do is I'll put it behind a sheet of glass. I've got a little plaque here for Dave Warden for fixing up the car. A little boat going past. And to Dave Warden with thanks and appreciation from the Intrepid Explorer. I've got a little ditty on here. See, I put the $50 note behind the glass. Did that very quick, didn't I? Dave prepares the Dowdy for her trips away, making sure she's ready and all is okay. The Explorer packs the spares, clothes, food and some curry to see this land Australia, but not in a hurry. With radios and cameras filming all the while, what sometimes happens would really make you smile. Like getting lost on a track that wasn't on the map, running off the road, hitting rocks while having nap. Banks of the Darling slipping wildly in the wet. The beach at Southend getting stuck, I won't forget. Low fuel in the desert when the wire's shorted. The Dowdies come through all problems thwarted. But on the way to Broughton, a local trip mind, the cap on the radiator and brain I leave behind. Wish I could leave these flies behind. The Dowdy gives the shudder, damage done I stop. The motor was cooking eggs, what a twit, clot. Dave came out and saw the car, kicked me round the yard, he did do. Wiped the tears from my eyes and said, save real hard. The motor can be fixed, nuts and bolts you see. Come back and visit from time to time, we'll see what will be. The bad bits come out, no good news today. For sleeves we try Nissan, sent away. The head's condition is bad, we fix she's on the mend. The pistons go in, assembly, she's back, running again. So off again we travel, the lonely roads, a worry. We find ourselves following the banks of the Murray, the rebuilt motor's going well, purring like a kitten. So this plaque's for you, Dave, thus it is written. The piston is from number 3, the worst one that was burnt. The $50 a gimmick, a tradition this trip you earned. The Dowdy's running well. The Dowdy lives on, I will not try to bend. The intrepid explorer thanks you, Dave, my mechanic, my friend. So I'm going to get this plaque, I'm going to put it back in the car, and I'm going to bring it back to Port Pirie and present this to Dave Warden. But in the meantime, we got jobs to do. No money in it this time, but I'm still going to take this piston in the hole. Here we go. Bit of like lines work, isn't it? A bit like working for Telstra, this. There we go. There you go. Piston out the old Dowdy's buried at my campsite on next to the Murray. There's one up at Tom Groggin too. Did you see that? That one's got money in it. And there's one here. So we'll carry on and we'll go to Mildura, eh? We're at Mildura. Along the wharf area here at Mildura. And the sound you hear in the background is one of the weirs across the Murray. This is lock number 11 at Mildura. Obviously they're letting water in the lock by opening the gates a little bit up there, and the boat's going to come up through Mildura. See the gates closed behind it and the water's at a much lower level. I think they use the shape of the lock to sort of hold the doors shut against the water. And when the water's the same height on the other side there, these gates will open up and the boat can go upstream towards Mildura. The old paddle steamer Melbourne. Quite magnificent, are they? Certainly are a sight, aren't they, Jack? Thought you'd be interested to know Lock 11, 878 kilometres, 34 metres above sea level. Just next to Wentworth, on the New South Wales side of the border. We've got the River Darling coming in up there, River Murray coming in up there, and then it goes on down through there to Renmark. There's plenty of water in the creek, eh? But it's all held up by the weirs along the way through. That was weir number 11 we saw at Mildura. This is more like it, isn't it? This is more like the roads we should be driving on. We're driving on the old Cobb and Co coach route from Wentworth to Renmark, the old mail route. And of course, they weren't silly in the old days. They followed the creeks where they could. So this road actually follows the creek a bit more than what the normal highway does. Well, I've turned around. There's too much water on the old Cobb and Co coach route, and I just about got through to the other end too. So I got to go all the way back. And it's a little bit muddy. They've obviously had a little bit of rain here, and there was a section there I wasn't too keen on going through, so I'll turn back. Go back on the bitumen, eh? Bitumen's good, isn't it? Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I'm kind of glad I turned around now. The road's becoming a little bit of a quagmire. But we're just about back to the bitumen now. Crawling our way back. Well, the old intrepid explorer lives again. There's the cloud up there with my name on it. See it up there, that rain cloud there? I was in the middle of that. I've now come back this way, down this way, and now I'm going on the bitumen back in the same way I was going along the old Cobb and Co coach road. And I'm quite glad I turned back. I'll have to come, when I get home, I'll have to look at the GPS data to see how far I got to the end, but I decided not to persist. Not to persist. That'll have to be my epitaph, won't it? Not to persist. Anyway, I'm glad to be on the bitumen. I was glad to get off the bitumen, but now I'm glad to get back on the bitumen. Ain't life strange? Heading north from the highway towards Lindsay Island, where we should be able to find a camp for the night. Well, I can't find the other end of the old mail track. So it's getting dark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head for one of the caravan parks. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. He's lost his pepper. He's lost his ticker. But it's getting late, and I found this bitumen road here, which, according to my map, ain't even here. My maps must be getting a bit old. I have to get some new maps. But I ended up going up that way, and it was a dead end, no through road. So I don't know. I'm near the river somewhere, but this road's not on the. If it's the road I think it is on the map, it doesn't. Things don't add up. I cut straight up the border. I should have cut straight across the mail track, but I didn't. So I don't know. I'll head for one of the caravan parks, I think. bridge at Renmark, or Paringa, or as Mick calls it, Paring. Good morning, good morning. Creeping out of the riverfront caravan park at Renmark early in the morning. It didn't rain very much last night, but still it's fairly wet around here. There's the town centre of Renmark up there. Keep going around. We've got the River Murray. A few houseboats up there. A couple more nestled in the bush up there. Come around. And the caravan park is just around the bend. It's quite a magnificent stretch of water here. Renmark. This is where I should have camped last night. A little offshoot on the road to Berry. A little road I haven't been down before. It's really, it's quite a large swampland. And it's near the little town of Larup. And Larup's got a ferry. And you know how I like ferries, so we'll go across the Larup ferry, eh? Beautiful area here. Isn't this beautiful? Outside of Larup, between Larup and Loxton, the Murray slows down a bit. Well, never really got fast anyway, did it? And forms a lot of backwaters and lagoons. And this is just one of them. It's absolutely magnificent. The traffic you hear is on the Loxton Road, Loxton to Renmark Road. Isn't that beautiful? We're at Lock 4 on the River Murray, and there we see the weir, and the locks here in front of us that the boats can change level in here. And I don't know what that is over there. I reckon it's a yowie. Man down there launching his boat. Just outside Waikery. The river's not really flowing as such. It's more or less just a chain of ponds. The locks keep the river at a certain height on certain sections. There's Waikery just up there. The ferry across the river at Morgan. Here the River Murray heads south. down from Morgan towards Blanchetown. We've got some ideal shack places here. How'd you like to live there, Jack? It's not bad, is it? We're just outside of Nildotty, a famous river camping area on the Murray, and I've been meaning to show you this for a while. You got the Murray running down through here, we got the cliffs here, then you got the floodplain of the Murray there, and then you got the cliffs over there. So really the Murray winds and meanders around in the floodplain here. It might dig around and create a little lagoon, or might cut off another little area later on, but it's always in that floodplain, and that's the dark soil that we always slip around on down there. We got the limestone cliffs up here and the cliffs over there. And Jessica, I got some shells from the cliff up here, alright? So, yes, coming down into Nildotty on Big Bend. Yeah, spot's called Big Bend. See that? See that? We're at the Big Bend lookout. And it says, you are here. No, you're here. Alright. And we're going to the famous town of Nildotty. Not bad, is it? In the foreground there you have the ferry at Walker Flat. Not bad, is it, Jack? Good evening. Stopped for the night. A place called Purnong near the ferry. Went up to Manham. Have a look at the campground in there, the free campground. And there's people in it who looks as if they've moved in for the weekend. They got tents up everywhere, laundry hanging everywhere, dirty big fire going, and a generator. Tweet! And, I thought, well, if we're going to have to put up with the generator, I might as well have to put up with the ferry. I'll stay here, but if it gives me too much grief during the night, I'll just go up to the lookout and sleep up at the lookout. It's nice and quiet up there. Have a look here. Right alongside the river. And, what are we going to have for tea tonight? We've got chunky pea and ham, bit of the kickerman, a few cocktail frankfurts bought from the store at Nildotty, not Nilgotti, Nildotty store, frankfurts. And we're back into South Australia, isn't that good? Yes. I know it looks a little brown, but it doesn't taste too bad. It doesn't taste too bad. I don't know how I'm going to go with that ferry. We shall see, though. We shall see. Oop. Just ran out of gas. Have to put another gas bottle on, won't we? See you in the morning. Good morning. There's a place just outside Manham where they actually make the houseboats. They're making these dirty, great big things. So they've got 3 pontoons, all steel framed. some wood on that one. Must be a basic steel frame with wood superstructure. There's a couple of them floating on the river. So they made a few already, eh? Quite impressive. And we crossed the old bridge at Murray Bridge. The old original bridge. The big bridge on the freeway is a second bridge that Murray Bridge has got now. So Murray Bridges actually should be called Murray Bridges. There's the rail bridge over there with the other superstructures over there with the arches on them. Well, we've reached Wellington, and I'm on the last ferry across the Murray, and where the River Murray enters Lake Alexandrina is just around that last bend up there, just around the corner is where it enters the lake. As we pan across, quite beautiful location. We see up there between the reeds is where the River Murray enters Lake Alexandrina. And the river comes to an end and the lake begins. Very quiet and peaceful. Just outside of Langons Creek there's access to the lake, and I thought I'd pan you around here. Up there we can see the other side of the lake, that's Point Macleay. Seems to be a lot of water here, but it's all rather shallow. The average depth is only 3 metres. Beautiful quiet spot, eh? Into the wine growing area around Langons Creek. You'll notice that they grow rose bushes at the end of each of the rows of grapevines as an indicator for mildew or disease in the vines. The roses get diseased first. Lots of vines going in here. A lot of the water originally used to come from the Bremer River, but now all these vines are supported by water pumped out of the Murray catchment, the Lake Alexandrina. That lawn there is that's a lawn farm, instant lawn. That's where your backyard instant lawn comes from. There you are, the lawn farm at Langons Creek, and we've got more grapevines out here. Yeah, there's dirty, great big pipelines run virtually from here straight down to the lake, pumping water out the lake at a fairly significant rate to supply the grape growing district of Angus Plains, Langons Creek. The vines now go most of the way to Strathalbyn. Used to be wheat and sheep country, but now it's all grapevines. There's another instant lawn farm with the rotary sprinkler, making a big circle of lawn. And we've still got more grapevines. just outside Malang, and I thought I'd show you this. There's the lake just over there in the background, and we got some pump houses here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pump houses there, and these pump houses actually pump water up pipelines coming out the lake and up this road, which goes down here, and the pipelines are dug in, you know, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, all the way down the road, down Leslie's Road, down to feed those grapevines we see. Some of them go a fair distance, some of them go about 7 or 8 kilometres, and goes past the farm. And Dad was saying early on in the piece, when the first or second one went through, they put them all down and went down and dug the trench and put the big pipe, you know, in the trench and glued it all up. And just after that it rained, and of course the pipe being full of air, because there wasn't any water pumped through it yet because they were still putting it in, the pipe floated up in the trench and actually came to the surface, and they had to wait till it all dried out, dig the trench again and put the pipe back in the ground. Good, eh? I'm standing on the end of the jetty at Malang, which was the major port for the river boats when they come down from the interior, come down the Murray and the Darling system. The river boats used to dock here, and their wool and the produce was then railed to Victor Harbour, where it went overseas, Port Elliot and then Victor Harbour. So this was the last major river port on the river system. This is where the produce actually left the country from the interior. It's just a shack area and quite a sleepy little town now. Tourism is the major enterprise here. Nice caravan park over there. And we got the shack area over there, and the town is just behind. Got a one of the old loading cranes here on the end of the jetty. Quite shallow, quite shallow. There's a local competition going at the moment. I don't know what the prize is, but the bet is for the first person to actually walk around the end of the Malang jetty without getting his feet wet. So the lake's dropped a bit. The lake's dropped a bit in recent times. And yes, Malang on Lake Alexandrina. I'm at Clayton, and what you see in the background is Hindmarsh Island. And if you have a look at your map, you'll see that Hindmarsh Island and the other islands there just about choke off the access for the river trade to go to Goolwa. Goolwa was really in a pig of a location for the river trade. Malang was much better, because before the barrages this water wasn't even this high here, and the main river trade actually dropped off the material at Malang, and it went by rail from there to Port Elliot, and when the rail was extended to Victor Harbour, which was a better port, the river trade went from there to Victor Harbour to be shipped overseas. But we'll go over the other side of that island, other side over there, and we shall see the Murray Mouth. This is the new bridge from Goolwa to Hindmarsh Island. We'll go over that and have a look at the Murray Mouth. Looks like they got all the dredging gear in Australia here. The big monster there. And there's a few more monsters out there. They're madly dredging. They don't like the mouth closing up, do they? They sort of think it's a little bit political, which it is. One dredge madly dredging over there. Another dredge there. And a Bob the Builder machine there. And come along with the channel. And there finally, after all these travels, is the Murray Mouth. Isn't that beautiful? And there's all the sand that they're thinking about trying to remove. There's the waves of the Southern Ocean out there. They're trying to dredge that channel. Through back that way, which is towards Goolwa. But haven't these shack owners have got a good view, a splendid view of what's going on here. It's absolutely magnificent. A lot of sand here though. See all the sand, we've got a channel running through here. And we'll just take you down. And yes, been a good trip. Been a very good trip. And we've come all the way down from the catchment area up near Tom Groggin, Mount Kosciuszko, through Victoria, New South Wales, come all the way down to South Australia, all the way down through the little riverland towns, all the way down through, and end up at the Murray Mouth. And hang on, what's this down here? Hey, what's this? Oh, you wouldn't believe this. You would not believe this. You know that $10 I threw in at Tom Groggin in the piston out of the old Dowdy? It's made its way back home. Isn't that really amazing? I find that very hard to believe, do you? And as we leave them pumping sand from the Murray Mouth, we got a sign here saying keep away from us while we're pumping sand from the Murray Mouth, and another sign here saying why we are pumping sand from the Murray Mouth. Yes. Which is in a picture postcard location. Have a look at that. That's bloody beautiful, that is. Anyway, this video has been called Grogging to Goolwa, and we've come from Mount Kosciuszko to Goolwa in South Australia at the Murray Mouth. So this ends another video. Hope you enjoyed this one. As usual, things haven't gone exactly as planned. So we didn't get stuck this time, which is a plus. We got rained on. We got lost again, and we got a couple of infringement notices, which is good. I think they were picking on the Intrepid Explorer there for a while. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed everything, and we hope to see you next time when we go for a little drive. And next time I'll make sure that I put my indicator on when I turn right or left, eh? Okay.